Hey, folks, welcome to Wednesday, the 17th of August, 2022. And a big one today because we've got retail sales coming out of the US. We have had CPIs, core CPIs, PPIs, and RPIs, retail price index out of the UK, and strong beats across the board there, really. So pretty negative as we don't have wages rising to meet a lot of these consumer, producer, and retail index figures essentially. This evening we're going to get FOMC minutes at 7 p.m. GMT, and this is going to be important really to see how is the Fed been talking about their view towards if we get softening on CPI versus if we get continued rising on inflation. And you have to look at this as one apple does not make an apple tart, and that's really what they're going to be thinking. So but I do reckon the market is poised to look a little bit under the hood at what was going on at the prior to the last meeting. So all right, let's get over onto these markets here and let's look at where are we here? There we go. So we're seeing SPOOs equities really under the cosh here this morning, a bit down 0.3%. After a pretty decent yesterday after the open. Of course, I had to go off the desk, unfortunately, yesterday, but nice bids being held. Seem to be reversing that for now. Probably just a little bit of steadying the ship before we get these minutes. Oil also getting beaten up royally yesterday, selling down off of the invasion top of 90.51s, back down into this area here. I actually like the longs from the supports that we can get here on the 86.19s, which is the 2009 low. Bitcoin getting beaten up by what has been a strong dollar this morning, but up to PVAH here, and then down we come back to VWAP, and then we'll see what the dollar wants to do. I reckon the dollar is going to be totally steady for the remainder of the session until we get, Fed's Barker speaking at 2:30. Is it Barker speaking at 2:30? Sorry, Bowman speaking at 2:30. And then you may see some moves here, but steady ship coming into these minutes. Tomorrow is probably going to be a really good day for looking at trades, as opposed to today. Yeah, there's some really good moves this morning. We've already seen the bond here falling right off a cliff ahead of the minutes tonight. And it's just nice trade to be on here on the breakdown on the short. We've been doing this since 7 a.m. I've been in this since about 7:30, I think, on the shorts. All out now. I think we can extend down, find some buyers at 153.40s. Will we get that in today's session? I don't know. Maybe, but really the best of that trade taken off now. So, so really, what am I looking at? I think we have supports on 42, 46s. Reed earlier in the week was looking at if we can't hold the 42s area, which is down. That was early in the week looking at holding 42s, but if we did hold 42s, he was saying we can get right on up into these bigger target areas here. So we're kind of nearly there, essentially, on the SPOOs. If I get up the daily bar, you kind of see what we're looking at here. Of course, this is the daily bar on SPOOs, going back to kind of April, on the hard left. It's like kind of April 21. But you see the highs, right? And it kind of looks like we need to hit in on this trend, yeah? So with that, I think, you've seen Michael Burry liquidating his entire portfolio, and it's probably because we're coming up to meet on this trend. And, if Michael is right, he's probably looking for the selling to recommence up here and for us to get another leg lower. And using the measured move method, it would be one of these, and we just copy that and we move it over off of that trend, and this is what you're looking at, back down to find buyers in this area that we were looking at, which really goes back to kind of the spike high there on the 9th of November 2020. to that area. So I think there's some good buying in there. But listen, that's way too many moves far down the line. For today, we're looking at this market that's looking a little bit toppy as it comes back on this pullback. But I do think we are going to trade on trend here. And then all eyes are going to be on, is the market just a little too hot for the moment? I don't think so. I have some other opinions. I think the market is, every media commentator has just been trying to talk this market down for quite a long time now. And of course, the reality is something different, and CPI is transitory. So, going to leave that there. Going to leave that there on longs in gold. I still think we need to pull back to around 1760s. So not much to add. All right, listen. Have a great session, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.